Hi there, CBE instructors. It's Heather Nunez-Olmsted from the Center for Teaching and Learning at UMPI, and I want to walk you through how you can utilize the assessment tools like assignments or quizzes and utilize the templates that we have in order to keep the settings the same. So we have some templates that you can utilize. Let's look at that process. I'm going to click Assessments in the nav bar and go to Assignments. You can see here that I have a template for the final and also a template for a milestone. So I'm going to go ahead and do the milestone first. Now remember, this process is going to be dependent upon you creating your rubrics first, because we're going to create a rubric or we're going to attach a rubric while we're in the process of creating this. So I'm going to click the little context menu next to the template, and I'm going to copy the assignment. This is going to take me to an editing page where I can call this my milestone 1. And remember, this is not going to be in the gradebook, and it's also not going to have a due date. I can pull this text open. You can see that this is customizable. I can go ahead and update this with the title of my assessment and fill in whatever pieces here are relevant, delete the ones that aren't relevant to what I'm asking. Make sure you let students know specifically what to include in the submission if there's more than one thing that they are submitting. Also, don't forget that if you're utilizing a special tool like Microsoft Word or Google Docs, that you link to support for them if they need that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the right-hand menu here. So there are a couple things that I want to make sure that I keep in mind. If this was milestone 2, I'd want to go ahead and add a release condition. You can learn more about that in a different video to make sure it doesn't open until after milestone 1, for instance, is done. Under the submission and the completion, you can see that this is set to file submission and unlimited submissions. That is by default. Since you want students to be able to submit potential revisions, you want to make sure that's set to unlimited. And lastly, we are going to go to the feedback and evaluation, and under the rubrics, you can see the ability to add a rubric, and we're going to add an existing. Here we have our milestone 1 rubric that is all set up and attached to the learning outcome, so we can just add that selected. The turn it in is already added to this, and I am going to turn this visibility on, and I'll save and close. And just like that, I have my milestone 1 appropriately categorized. It's formatted and all pretty. My rubric is attached and it's ready to go. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Seedle, and I can't wait to see what you create.